Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be covering what are deployment systems, what are virtualization stacks, and also I will explain executing code on the client. Guys, I have uploaded complete DevOps subject tutorials. I will provide that link in description. You can watch from there. If you are watching this video for the first time, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. At first, I will explain what are deployment systems. A deployment system in DevOps is a tool or set of tools that automatically move new software from the developer's computer to the production server. Once the software is placed on the production server, all users can access it. Guys, tool and software both are same. So deployment system is nothing but it is a software. Either it can be single software or multiple softwares. For example, I am developer. I created software in my system. Now what I want to do is, I want to place this software on server. So by using deployment system software, we can place our software on production server. Once if we place our software on production server, all users can access that application. For example, if you consider Facebook, all users can access Facebook application because that Facebook application is present on production server. For example, if you consider Amazon website, all users can access Amazon website because that Amazon website is present on production server. So whenever you place your application on production server, all users can access that application. For example, I am not using deployment system software. If you don't use deployment system software, then we need to place our software manually on production server. Placing our software manually on production server is very tough. It may cause errors and it will take a lot of time. That is why we need to use deployment system software in order to place our applications automatically on production server. And there are so many deployment system softwares because placing our software manually on server is very tough. That is why there are so many deployment systems. By using these deployment systems, we can automatically place our application on servers. For example, let us say I created one application. That application contains mainly three parts. One is web server, it will manage website request, and next one is application server, it runs main program, and next one is database server, it stores data. Now what I want to do is, instead of creating three different servers in order to handle my application, what I will do is, I will create only one single server in order to handle all these operations. And that too, whatever the software that I created, I want to update the software only once in a year. So as there is only one single server in order to manage all these operations, and that too I want to update software only once in a year, so placing our software manually on server is easy. But still we don't place our software manually on server because manual work is boring and manual work can lead to mistakes. That is why we don't place our software manually on server. So we use deployment systems in order to place our software automatically on server. Deployment systems will automatically configure our server based on software and then it will place that software automatically on server. Guys, in real life, in big companies, there are so many servers and applications. So we will use different kinds of methods in order to update servers and applications. We can run our application on physical server, or we can run our application on virtual server, or we can also run our application in a container. If you want to run your application on physical server, then you need to use one type of deployment system software. And if you want to run your application on virtual machine, then you need to use other type of deployment system software. So based on servers, you need to choose deployment system softwares. Guys, deployment system will perform following duties. And the first one is, deployment system will place our application automatically on server, and deployment system can automatically update our software, and deployment system can automatically configure our server in order to run our application. These are three important duties that deployment system will follow. Next I will explain what are virtualization stacks. But before that you need to know what is virtualization. Virtualization makes you create virtual computers called virtual machines instead of your real computers. These virtual machines acts like real computers with their own virtual hardware like CPUs and network cards. Guys, I will give an example so that you can clearly understand what is virtualization. For example, I am developer. I developed one software. Now I want to test whether this software is working in Windows operating system, Linux operating system, and as well as Mac operating system. But present I am using only Windows operating system, so I can test my software in Windows. But I don't have Linux operating system and Mac operating system. and purchasing Linux system and Mac system is costly. At the time what we can do is, in our Windows system itself, we need to install virtualization software, and in this virtualization software, we can install Linux operating system and as well as we can install Mac operating system. And also you can assign hardware to operating systems like 1 GB RAM, 500 GB hard disk, etc. And whatever the operating systems that you install in this virtualization software, these operating systems will work same like real systems. So instead of purchasing two different systems, by using virtualization software, we can install various kinds of operating systems in our existing system. Guys, now we call this Linux operating system and Mac operating system as virtual machines because they are created virtually in your existing system. Guys, there are so many virtualization softwares like VMware, VirtualBox, Hyper-V, etc. You can install these softwares and you can use. You can use virtualization to test different types of hardwares on your computer. For example, you can test Android phone on your computer using tool like QEMU to test mobile apps. Guys, in your computer, you can install tool called QEMU. After installing this tool, you can connect Android mobile to your computer and you can test various kinds of mobile apps in this tool. So by using virtualization software, you can also test hardwares like smartphones. This is use of virtualization. Imagine you have a big computer that can run many programs. Virtualization will create separate mini computers inside your big computer. If one mini computer has problem or uses much power, it won't affect other many computers. So even if one mini computer don't work properly, it will not affect other many computers. Problem in Linux will not affect Mac. For example, your big computer is powerful with 64 cores, like having 64 small CPUs. You can create virtual machine that uses only 2 cores out of 64 cores. If this virtual machine has issues, only those 2 cores are affected, not the entire big computer. For example, let us say your Windows computer is 64 cores. That is nothing but it is like 64 small CPUs. So out of the 64, I can create Linux operating system only by using 2 cores. So if there is any problem, only 2 cores will be affected out of 64 cores. So entire system will not get affected. Guys, Hypervisor is nothing but it is special program. By using this program, we can create and as well as we can manage virtual machines. This Hypervisor will share computer resources like CPUs, memories, etc. among various kinds of virtual machines. Guys, there are two types of hypervisors, and the first one is bare metal hypervisor and next one is hosted hypervisor. Guys, bare metal hypervisor runs directly on computer hardware. It does not need any operating system. Example, VMware ESX. This is one of the software. There is no need of installing any operating system. Directly you can connect hardware and you can use. And next one is hosted hypervisors. In this you need operating systems. Example is KVM software, which we will use on Linux. Guys, these are some of the popular virtualization tools. And the first one is VMware. Guys, you can run VMware software on desktops and as well as you can run it in servers. And another software is VMware ESX. You can run this software directly on hardware. There is no need of installing any operating systems. And second one is KVM, where KVM stands for kernel based virtual machine. You can use this software on Linux operating systems. This is free of cost. And next one is Zen. By using this software, you can run various kinds of operating systems for better performance. And last one is VirtualBox. This is software developed by Oracle company. Mainly software developers will use this software in order to test softwares on different operating systems. Guys, there is no need of writing any code in order to use virtual machines because you can automate virtual machines with APIs. By using APIs, we can manage virtual machines automatically. One popular tool is libvirt. And you can connect this tool with various other tools like KVM, Zen, etc. This topic is executing code on the client. Guys, by using some tools, you can directly run commands on the servers and then you can manage servers. For example, I want to check how many files are working in my server. So directly I can use these tools and I can run commands on server in order to check how many files are working. Puppet is one of the popular tools used by IT in order to set up and manage servers. And next one is mcollective. You can use this tool along with Puppet tool. By using this tool, you can run commands on multiple servers at a time. So by running single command, you can collect information from all servers. These tools make it easy to run commands on many servers at the same time, which can be useful to perform various kinds of operations.